check. Live from the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island, you're watching exclusive doubleheader basketball coverage right here on CSI Sportsnet. Tonight, the College of Staten Island women will open up this doubleheader as they will face the Lehman Lightning, coming in with a record of 1-13 on the year, to be followed approximately a half hour later as the same two teams will meet on the men's side. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Babuski, back here to join you as the College of Staten Island looks to continue their hot play as of late. They're coming in off of a win against Brooklyn College, 83-66, and with that win, they have now won 4 out of their last 5 games, and they will face a Lehman College Lightning team that's been struggling mightily in 2019-2020, just one win on the year, and that coming against Medgar Evers a couple of weeks ago. And, we'll start out by recapping the last game the Dolphins played against Brooklyn College. And, this is a Brooklyn College team that has given the Dolphins a lot of trouble, over the last couple of years. But the Dolphins came in and really played a strong game on Saturday afternoon, and they went into halftime with a 10-point lead and really never looked back from there as the Bulldogs struggled to get it to within double digits in that second half. The College of Staten Island getting 17 points from Deidre Foster, who played a very strong game, finishing with 17 points, 11 rebounds in that game for the Dolphins. And the Dolphins had 5 players in double digits that game, including Megan McEwen and Jada Rogers, each finishing with 16 points. Diana Tadero, 13 points, 8 rebounds for the Dolphins. And Kayla Schmitter, although she struggled from the field, hit all 8 of her free throws and was able to pull down 7 rebounds as the College of Staten Island got back on the winning track after really dropping a tough game on the road against Hunter College earlier in the week by a final score of 75-71, breaking a 3-game Dolphin winning streak. So the Dolphins coming in and playing very well this year, playing very well especially against CUNYAC opponents, and looking to continue that here this afternoon as the Dolphins have been getting good all-around play. The still led in scoring by Megan McEwen, averaging just over 12.5 points a game. Jada Rogers, the freshman, averaging over double digits for the Dolphins. And Diana Tadero, who's been playing better and better as of late, averaging just under a double-double on the season, as she has 9.9 rebounds and 9.2 points a game for the Dolphins. So, Dolphins coming in, as we mentioned, against really a struggling Lightning team. Their one victory this year occurring against Medgar Evers, and Medgar Evers continuing to struggle on the women's basketball side. And you look through the schedule, and against teams like York College and John Jay, the Lightning team really struggling, and it must be tough for head coach, longtime head coach Eric Harrison of the Lightning, who's, really had such great women's basketball teams looking back over the years here in the CUNYAC Conference. But they're really struggling here in this 2019-2020 season. And, they have Nina Gill that's averaging 21 points a game, but she's done it shooting 33% from the field and just 50% from the free throw line, and just one other player in double digits for the Lightning here this year, Fatimata Tawala, coming in averaging 10.3 points a game. The Lightning coming into the game averaging 46 points a game, but giving up 77, so a 31-point differential per game for the Lightning is, they've really been struggling, as we mentioned, here in this 2019-2020 season. For the Dolphins, we mentioned they've come in looking to continue to play well. They've been playing winning basketball over the last month or two of the season, as the Dolphins have now won 4 out of their last 5. Their only loss since December 14th came in that game on January 8th against Hunter College. For the Dolphins, only CUNYAC opponent remaining on the schedule. The one exception to that will be Cabrini coming in to the tank on Friday night at 5:30 for a big game. So, it should be an interesting matchup here for the Dolphins as they get ready to take on the Lightning here this afternoon, and to be followed by the men's team also playing Lehman. And the men really struggling a little bit as of late, and really looking to get back on the winning track tonight against a very good Lehman College team. So we have a couple of real good basketball games coming up for you here tonight. Is the women's basketball team getting ready. We're about 3 minutes or so away from the introduction and the start of tonight's game with the national anthem. And, just to take a look at some of the CSI Dolphin stats on the year. We mentioned before Megan McEwen leading the team in points. The Dolphins coming in averaging just under 68 points a game, allowing just over 65 points a game. So they've been very close in the scoring margin, just outscoring their opponents by a couple of rebounds. Dolphins averaging just under 20 turnovers a game at 19.1, and I'm sure that's something that the coaching staff has been talking to the players about. The Dolphins usually don't turn the ball over that many times a game, and that's something that they will continue to work on throughout this year. And, we mentioned earlier a couple of freshman players really stepping up, playing well for the Dolphins. Jada Rogers second in scoring, over double digits, averaging just under 5 rebounds a game. And, she's really shown a lot of potential and a lot of offensive flashes for the Dolphins in her freshman year. Other freshman players that have really performed well for the Dolphins, Deidre Foster coming off of a big game, double-double against Brooklyn College. And another player that really adds size to this CSI Dolphin lineup as well. So, she's another player that really the Dolphins and the coaching staff very excited about. She's gotten her scoring average up to just under 9 points a game and averaging 7 rebounds a game. And, she's only started a couple of games for the Dolphins, and in some of these games she didn't really have that many minutes. So very impressive early numbers here for Deidre Foster as well. Other first-year players playing well for the Dolphins include Christina Ravello and Denise Priolo. Dolphins getting really a lot of good production from their young players. And, Dolphins also looking at their senior leadership in Diana Tadero and Megan McEwen, and Kayla Schmidt are in her second year, another player that the Dolphins are looking for big things out of here in the second half of the season. So we're closing in on the start of the national anthem and the introductions. So what we'll do is we'll step aside and take a break, and we'll be back and get you ready for the start of tonight's doubleheader between the College of Staten Island and the Lehman College Lightning, as you're watching women's basketball coverage exclusively on your voice of everything CSI Sports, CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you. Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America and your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face! In your face!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge.
We're back, and we're just moments away from the start of tonight's doubleheader between the College of Staten Island and the Lehman College Lightning. The College of Staten Island coming in with a record of 6-8 on the year, having won 4 out of their last 5 games, facing a Lehman College Lightning team with just 1 win on the year. So Dolphins coming in really as a strong favorite in tonight's game, and the Lightning being introduced out on the floor. So while we have the players being introduced, why don't we bring you the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting first with the Lehman College Lightning, it'll be number 1, Fatimata Tawala, number 3, Rebecca Gritz, number 5, Adriana Vasquez, number 23, leading scorer Nina Gill, and number 33, Valeria Rojas. The Lehman College Lightning coached by longtime legendary CUNY coach Eric Harrison. So the Lightning struggling, as we mentioned, coming in on the year and really looking to improve in the second half of the year. For the College of Staten Island, you see the names up on your screen. Number 1, Megan McEwen. Number 10, Jada Rogers. Number 13, Diana Tadero. Number 14, Brianna Rubisky. And number 25, Kayla Schmitter. The Dolphins coached by Nicole Sarcone. Nicole in her second year. Assistant coach Kelsey Carey, Christina Passatoro, and Christina Rubin. So the players will go over to the bench here for the final time here tonight, and we're going to get ready for the first quarter here as the Dolphins are going to come out and really look to put some early pressure on the Lightning. You're playing a team that's struggling. You want to try to get out on them on top quickly and see where you go from there. The Lightning short bench tonight, just 7 players here in uniform for Lehman College, so fouls could certainly be an issue here tonight for the Lightning. So the players go out onto the floor, and the officials are getting ready to come out onto the floor. And starting a little late here tonight, for those of you just tuning in, thinking we would be midway through the first quarter or into the second quarter, a little bit of a delay here tonight is, you know, the city sometimes is a tough place to traverse, and getting from Lehman College to the College of Staten Island can sometimes be difficult, and Lightning arrived a little late, so we're about 15 minutes late for the start, but we're ready now for the opening tip. Kayla Schmitter will jump against Adriana Vasquez, and the Dolphins control the opening tip. Tadero hands the ball off to Rogers, and we're underway. First of 2 at the tank here tonight, Dolphins and Lightning. Tadero feeds it inside to Schmitter, but the ball bounces off our hands and out of bounds. So the Dolphins turn the ball over on their first possession tonight. Chihuahua bringing the ball up across the midcourt line. Lobbing the ball inside. She was looking to get it inside to Gill. Lightning. Bank shot goes in. Nice shot that time by Ariadna Vasquez. And the Lightning lead 2-0. McEwen. Now it's Rubisky on the near side of the floor. Dolphins lob it inside to Schmitter. She's able to lay it up and in and draw the foul. So good start that time for the Dolphins as Brianna Rubisky able to lob the ball inside to Schmitter. Was able to convert the layup and draw the foul, and that's going to be a foul on Nina Gill, her first. And mentioned just moments ago, the Lightning just dressing 7 players here tonight. And Nina Gill leading the Lightning in scoring, the last player that the Lightning can afford to have any foul trouble. So Schmitter completes a 3-point play, and the Dolphins lead by a score of 3-2. Vasquez trying to work her way inside. Tough shot that time, is going to go out of bounds, and it will be Dolphin basketball. The Dolphins bring the ball up the floor now. Their third possession of the night, and they lead by a score of 3-2. Rogers backing the ball out now and gets it over to Rubisky. She feeds it inside once again to Schmitter. Her layup is up, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Tadero, so it will be Lightning basketball. Gritz inbounds the ball to Tawala, and she'll bring the ball up now the far side of the floor for the Lightning. Gill to Vasquez. Now Gill looking to work against Rubisky, and she's going to get called for the travel. As that time she looked to bring the ball inside on Brianna, but took that extra step. And now the Lightning will turn the ball over, so it'll be Dolphin basketball, just one basket apiece here through the first 90 seconds or so, and the Dolphins lead 3-2. Schmitter. McEwen at the three-point line. She'll take the three-pointer and bury it. So Megan McEwen, who came into tonight's game shooting 28% from the three-point line, hits her first. And the Dolphins lead by a score of 6-2. Gill with the basketball. She's looking to work her way inside on Rubisky. She feeds the ball back to Vasquez. Her shot's no good. And now comes Rogers looking to run for the Dolphins. And she's able to lay it up and in. A nice move that time as she was able to lay it up over the larger Rojas. And the Dolphins have scored the last 8, and they lead by a score of 8-2. Vasquez. Now Gill looking to work against Rubisky again. Another tough shot. But that time, Rubisky was standing on the end line, so it will remain Lightning basketball. And I believe the shot clock is at 30. And now they'll feed it inside to Gill. Gill working against Rubisky. That was a tough shot, but Rubisky will get called for the foul, the first foul for the night on the Dolphins. So the Lightning coming into today's game shooting 55% from the free throw line. So they've struggled from the line as well. As Nina Gill, we mentioned, a 51% free throw shooter coming into the game tonight. Gill's free throw is up, no good, and Tadero grabs the rebound. So Gill can't hit her free throws, and the Dolphins with the basketball and an 8-2 lead. McEwen, bounce pass to Rubisky. She drives her way inside. That shot's going to be off the bottom of the backboard and out of bounds. So it will be Lightning basketball. Gritz will hand the ball off to Tawala, who'll bring the ball up across the midcourt line. Now it's Gill. Gill backing in against Robisky, but she can't complete the shot. And Schmidt there to grab the rebound, and she'll be fouled in the backcourt. As that will be on Fatawata Tawala, the junior from Bronx, New York, will pick up her first. Lightning second, and the Dolphins will inbound with a fresh 30-second shot clock. McEwen walking the ball up across the midcourt line, gets it to Rogers. McEwen wasn't looking for the basketball, but Robisky there to retrieve. Now they feed it into Schmitter at the free throw line extended. Works in the corner to Rogers. Her long jumper is no good, but McEwen grabs the weak side rebound. Her putback is no good. And Gill there to grab the rebound for the Lightning. Gill, tough off-balance shot, and she's able to hit it. So that breaks an 8-0 Dolphin run and brings the Lightning back to within 4, 8-4. McEwen over to Robisky. Schmitter. As the Dolphins work it into Tadero over to Schmitter, and she's able to lay it up and in. So Kayla off to a good start offensively here tonight. She's got 5, and the Dolphins lead 10-4. Gill. Our shot's up, no good, and Schmitter there to grab the rebound for the Dolphins. Robisky feeds it over to Rogers. Beautiful feed inside to Tadero. She can't hit the layup. She grabs her own rebound. The putback is no good. And Rojas to grab the rebound now for the Lightning. Koala with the basketball. Now it's Gill. Out at the three-point line, working against Robisky. Now feeds it over to Rojas. Now Vasquez looking to work her way inside, but she's going to get called for the travel. So the Lightning turn the ball over once again. And the Dolphins with the basketball at a 6-point lead. Robisky driving away inside, lays it up and in, and draws the foul. Nice move that time by Brianna Robisky as she picks up her first basket of the afternoon. And that foul is going to be on Nina Gill, and that's going to be her second. That's a huge foul for the Lightning here early in this first quarter there. We mentioned before they only have 7 players here at the tank tonight, and their best player, or certainly their leading scorer, Nina Gill, with already 2 fouls. So why don't we step aside, take a break. 4 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Dolphins lead 12-4. You're watching CSI Basketball on CSI Sportsnet.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials, live music, and the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dine-in order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
We're back with 4 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in this first quarter as Brianna Robisky completes the three-point play. She has 3 points here in the game, and the Dolphins have their biggest lead of the game. It's 9, 13-4. You joined us late, the Lightning with the first basket of the game. Since then, the Dolphins on a 13-2 run as the Lightning missed a shot. And here comes McEwen on the break for the Dolphins as she's able to lay it up and in. Megan, 2 of 3 from the field. She now has 5, and the Dolphins lead by a score of 15-4. Grits with the basketball. Now feeding it inside to Gill. Gill driving down the lane. That shot is up, no good. And Tadero there to grab another rebound for the Dolphins. Now it's Rogers, a tough shot. That's no good. And the Lightning there to grab the rebound. And Tawala will bring the ball up the floor for the Lightning. Inside to Gill. Gill shot is up, no good. And Schmidt there to grab the rebound for the Dolphins. Kayla grabbing a third rebound of the game as McEwen looks to take it coast to coast. She can't hit the shot, but she does draw the foul. So the Lightning pick up their fourth team foul as Vasquez will pick up her first. As Brianna Robisky will check out of the game, Christina Alvello will check in for CSI. Robisky doing a nice job. She picked up a basket, leads with 3, and also had the job of really guarding Nina Gill on the defensive end for the Dolphins as Megan hits the first, and she'll have one more upcoming. Megan missed the second. She came into the game tonight shooting 84% from the line, but the Dolphins have their biggest lead of the game. It's 12, 16-4. Lob inside to Gill. And we're going to have a whistle and a turnover as the Dolphins will send in a couple of substitutions here as Deidre Forster will check into the game along with Tori Moylan. Diana Tadero and Kayla Schmidt will go to the bench now for the Dolphins. Nice feed inside that time to Moylan. She kicks it back to McEwen, and her three-pointer is good. So Megan continuing her hot shooting here in this first quarter. And the Dolphins in the middle of a 19-2 run, and they lead by a score of 19-4. Grits with the basketball, feeding it inside to Gill. Gill spinning inside. That shot's up no good, but she's there to grab her own rebound and lay it up and in. Gill has 4, and that breaks a 19-2 Dolphin run. Is that shot by Arvello is up no good. And Gill brings the ball up the floor for the Lightning. Gill looking to kick it over that time to Ross. The ball deflected away, and Moylan comes away with it for the Dolphins. Rogers over to McEwen. She fakes the shot and gets called for the travel. She doesn't like the call, but the Dolphins with the turnover. I believe that's the third turnover of the game here this afternoon for the Dolphins as the Lightning bring the ball up across the midcourt line as we have 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Vasquez over to Gill, and Gill's able to bank it up and in. So now Nina's hit her last couple of shots, and that makes it a 19-8 game as Arvello with the long baseline jumper. That's up no good. Moylan looking to grab the rebound, and she's going to get called for kicking at the ball while on the floor. So it will be Lightning basketball, just under 2 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. Tawala with the basketball over to Grits. Vasquez as the Lightning work it around. That time Tawala puts up the long shot. That's no good, but Gill there to grab another rebound. Fight her way inside. That shot's up no good, but Gill able to come away with it again. Can't hit the shot, and this time Forster comes up big with the rebound for the Dolphins. Arvello now with the basketball. She's missed her first couple of shots and checking in. Now Forster works it over to Rogers, back to Arvello. She's open from the three-point line, and this time it's all net. Christina Arvello gets her first basket of the game, and the Dolphins open up their lead now to 22-8. 14-point lead here for the Dolphins as the Lightning nearly turned the ball over, but Tawala able to keep it in play, and her shot's going to be knocked away that time by Forster, but she'll get called for the foul. So Forster will pick up just the second team foul of this quarter for the Dolphins as Fatawada Tawala will go to the free throw line for Lehman. And she'll have 2 shots upcoming here as the Dolphins already comfortably in front of this game, 22-8, and she hits the first. So Tawala coming in, shooting 67% from the free throw line. So she's one of the Lightning's better free throw shooters. She splits the pair, and Rubisky there to grab the rebound for the Dolphins. Arvello working it over to Rubisky. Now the Dolphins work the ball around over to McEwen, and her three-pointer is good. Megan McEwen continuing her hot shooting, and the Dolphins have their biggest lead of the game at 16 points, 25-9. About a 12-second differential on the shot clock and the game clock as that shot is up. No good. Vasquez up to grab her own rebound. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, but it'll remain with the Lightning as you have an opportunity to see Megan McEwen bury that three-pointer for the Dolphins' last basket. Tawala with the basketball. About a 6-second differential on the shot clock and the game clock here as she's guarded by Arvello. She puts up the long three-pointer. That's up no good. McEwen there to grab the rebound, and Dolphins have 8 seconds on the clock. McEwen working the ball in the corner. The long three-pointer by Arvello is good. So Christina hits 2 three-pointers back-to-back to finish the first quarter, and the Dolphins will go into the first quarter intermission with their biggest lead of the game, 28-9. So we'll step aside, take a break. Once again, at 1 quarter complete, Dolphins 28, Lightning 9. You're watching women's basketball coverage exclusively on your voice of everything CSI Sports. CSI Sports, that's CSIDolphins.com.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
We're back, 1 quarter in the books, and the College of Staten Island leading the Lightning by a score of 28-9, and the Lightning able to score the first basket of the game to take a 2-0 lead, but the Dolphins able to bounce back with a 3-point play by Kayla Schmitter to give them a 3-2 lead, and they really haven't looked back from there, finishing that first quarter on a 28-7 run to go into the first quarter break with a commanding 19-point lead. And on the Lightning's first possession here in the second quarter, Brianna Rubisky picks up her second personal, and that's going to send Nina Gill to the free throw line as she's able to hit the pair. And the Lightning with the first basket here in the second quarter. And the Dolphins lead by a score of 28-11. DeMontro checking into the game for the Dolphins as that long shot is up no good. And Gill there to grab the rebound for the Dolphins. So it's DeMontro on the floor along with Arvello, Moylan, Forster, and Rubisky for the Dolphins here to start this second quarter. As Gill out by the three-point line. She puts the ball on the floor but passes the ball cross court. And the Lightning will turn the ball over, so it will be Dolphin basketball. As we'll... Dolphins with a 17-point lead, looking for their first points here in quarter number 2. Arvello, she's been hot from the three-point line. That one's up no good, but Rubisky grabs the rebound for the Dolphins, working it over to Foster. Now Arvello driving her way inside, looking to get it over to DeMontro, able to keep it in bounds. Now Moylan putting up the long three-pointer. That's up no good, but the ball tips over to Foster, who lays it up and in. So Deidre with her first basket of the game. She has 2, and the Dolphins lead 30-11. Tawala, long shot is up, no good. Moylan there for the rebound for the Dolphins. Ahead of the field to Rubisky, who lays it up and in. And that time, Dolphins able to take advantage of the Lightning a little bit slow, getting back defensively, able to get the basket and open their lead up, their largest lead of the game now, 32-11. Vasquez trying to take the ball to the basket. That's no good. Foster going up big for the rebound for the Dolphins. Rubisky. Now Arvello feeding it inside to Foster. Foster backing her way in. That shot's up no good. Nice defensive play by Rojas that time to deny the basket and get herself in position to grab the rebound for the Lightning. So it'll be Lightning basketball now. Gill's jumper in the lane is up no good. Rubisky there to grab the rebound, and she feeds it ahead to Arvello. Rubisky looking to work her way inside, and she lays it up and in. So Brianna Rubisky able to lay it up and in, and the Dolphins open up their lead to 34-11. And it looks like a full timeout, so why don't we step aside and take a break. 7 minutes, 17 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Dolphins 34, Lightning 11. You're watching women's basketball coverage on CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends, live sports and watch parties, to Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
We're back with 7 minutes, 17 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's been all Dolphins as they have their biggest lead of the game. It's 23 as the Lightning will inbound the basketball and look to bring the ball up across the midcourt line. Grits, now Gill working the ball over to Rojas. Gill's shot that time is blocked by Foster, and the Dolphins come away with the basketball. Arvello looking to feed it over to Rubisky, but Gill hustling back on the play, knocking it out of bounds. So it'll remain Dolphin basketball with 24 seconds on the shot clock. Schmitter and Tadero coming off the bench for the Dolphins. They'll check in at the next opportunity is Rubisky driving it strong down the lane and laying it up and in. Brianna, 9 points now for the Dolphins as they lead by a score of 36-11. Grit. Now it's inside to Gill. Gill, a nice extra pass that time for Rojas. She can't hit the shot. And it's Rubisky coming away with another rebound for the Dolphins. Foster spinning inside and laying it up and in. So the Dolphins really starting to dominate now as 4 players go over to the scorer's table for the Dolphins. We'll check in at the next opportunity as the Dolphins have broken this one open early as Gill's long three-pointer is up no good, and DeMontro there to grab the rebound for the Dolphins. Rubisky. Arvello in the corner. Her open three-pointer is good. Arvillo, 3 3-pointers for the Dolphins here tonight for all 9 of our baskets, and the Dolphins open up the lead to 41-11. Gill with the basketball. Gill spinning inside, a lot of contact, no whistle on the play, and it will be Dolphin basketball as the Dolphins will make wholesale substitutions here, as the Lightnings will also send in number 55, Melissa Sepulveda, the 5'11 freshman, as she will check into the game here for the Lightning. Rogers looking to work baseline, kicking it back to Tadero, and her short jumper is good, as the Dolphins continue to open up their lead. Tawala looking to work her way inside. Sepulveda has the ball taken away. And now it's McEwen feeding it ahead of the field to Rogers. The ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Gritz. And it will remain Dolphin basketball with 26 on the shot clock. Rogers to inbound the basketball here for the Dolphins. Schmitter looking to work her way inside. She bounces it out now to McEwen. McEwen feeds it inside to Tadero, and her one-hander is good. So Tadero, who was kept off the scoreboard in the first quarter, has scored the last 4 here for the Dolphins. Tawala. Gritz with the basketball. Bounce pass inside to Gill. Gill's jumper in the lane is good. 5 points here in the second quarter for the Lightning. As that time McEwen tried to feed it inside. No one home, and the Dolphins with a turnover. And it will be Lightning College basketball, as that's going to be just the 5th turnover of the game here for the Dolphins. Gill, her jumper is up, no good, but we're going to have a whistle and a foul this time on the Dolphins. And that's going to send Nina Gill back to the free throw line to shoot 2, as that foul will be on Diana Tadero. For Diana, that will be her first, the team's second foul. Just the second personal foul of the quarter on the Dolphins. And none here for the Lightning, as Gill misses the first, and she'll have one more. Her second free throw is up and no good, so she misses the pair, and it'll be Dolphin basketball. Rogers over to Tadero. Tadero pulls up. That jumper is up, no good. Schmitter there to grab the rebound. Her putback is no good, and this time Rojas there to grab the rebound for the Lightning. Tawala walking the ball up across the midcourt line. Now Gritz. Gritz feeding it inside to Gill. Gill's jumper is up, no good. Rojas there to grab the offensive rebound. Her putback is no good, and this time Rogers there to grab the rebound for the Dolphins. Lola Plamenko checking into the game for the Dolphins, working against Gritz. She feeds that ball inside to Schmitter, so a couple of back-to-back turnovers for the Dolphins. They now have 6, and it will be Lightning basketball with just 3 minutes, 24 seconds remaining here in this first half. Dolphins comfortably in front. Gritz, Gill. Gill kicking the ball in the corner. That outside jumper is no good. Rogers there for the rebound for the Dolphins. Rogers kicking the ball out. The open three-pointer that time by McEwen is up, no good. Gritz grabs the rebound and feeds it to Gill. Gill to Tawala, who lays it up and in. Nice-looking fast break that time by the Lightning, as she now has 3 on the afternoon. McEwen. Now it's Schmitter. Schmitter's jumper is up, no good, and that ball is going to be out of bounds. And it will be the Dolphins basketball with 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in this second quarter. And the Dolphins in control here in quarter number 2 as that's fed inside to Rogers. Her layup is up no good, but she's able to grab her own rebound between 3 Lightning players. McEwen, beautiful spinning move inside. She can't complete the shot, and now Gill comes away with the basketball for the Lightning. Gill, stutter step dribble, loses the handle, but it's last touched by Schmitter, so it will remain Lightning basketball. They feed that ball inside to Gill as her floater in the lane is up. No good, but she will draw the foul. And Tadero will pick up her second, team's third, so Gill will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. So a timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout. As the Dolphins really went up in control early in this one. And they lead by a score of 45-15. As head coach Nicole Sarcone talking to her players and, try to keep the energy level up despite the fact that the Dolphins in control of this one. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in this second quarter. McEwen comes back on the floor along with Tadero, Schmitter, Forster, and Lola Plamenko remains in the game as well for the Dolphins as Nina Gill will go back to the free throw line. She has 10 of the 15 Lightning points here tonight as that first one is up and in. Make that 11. And she'll have one more upcoming. Second shot is up and in. And the Dolphins now with the basketball as we approach 2 minutes remaining as Schmitter found herself standing all alone underneath the basket, and I think it surprised her, and she ended up getting called for the travel. And Dolphins, who just moments ago had just 4 turnovers in the game, 3 turnovers here in the later stages of quarter number 2. Inside of 2 minutes remaining as it's the Lightning with the basketball. Tawala, the off-balance running one-hander, is no good. And Schmitter there to grab the rebound for the Dolphins. Schmitter, McEwen, Moylan. The open three-pointer that time by Plamenko is good. So Lola burying that three-pointer. Just her second three-point shot of the year as the Dolphins continue to open up their lead here inside of 90 seconds remaining here in this first half. That shot is up no good as Vasquez took that one to the basket, and the Dolphins will pick up their 4th team foul here in the second quarter. The Lightning yet to commit a foul as that foul will be on Kayla Schmitter. For Kayla, that will be her first and the team's 4th as that first free throw by Vasquez is up and no good. Vasquez, a 49% free throw shooter, and she misses the pair. And here comes Rogers with the basketball, but she's going to get called for the double dribble. And the Dolphins turn the ball over once again. Lightning to inbound the basketball. Now it's Gritz. Tuala. Feeding it back over to Gill. Gill working against McEwen as the Dolphins play a zone. Now a long three-pointer by Tuala is up, no good. The rebound grabbed by Vasquez. Her first shot is blocked, but she's able to stay with it and lay it up and in. 48-19 the score. The Dolphins with the basketball. That's inside of 45 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Palenko working it in the corner. Moylan with the jumper from the baseline, and that's good. And for Troy, that's her first basket of the afternoon. The Dolphins at 50 inside of 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Vasquez. Now Gill. Working it out over to Grits. Grits' jumper is up no good. I think that might be her first shot of the afternoon. And that is going to be a loose ball foul now on the Dolphins, as Moylan is going to pick up the foul. That will be the 5th foul on the Dolphins. And that's going to send Vasquez back to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 16.2 seconds remaining in the half. This time she's able to hit the first, and she'll have one more upcoming. Second free throw is up and in. She hits it, and it's the Dolphins with the basketball, and they have an opportunity now to hold for the last shot. McEwen driving it all the way inside, and she's fouled heavily on the play. The first foul of the quarter for the Lightning. And that will send McEwen to the free throw line to shoot 2. Dolphins haven't been to the free throw line here much tonight. Megan 1 of 2 from the line. She's got 12 on the afternoon, and the first is up no good. Very uncharacteristic for McEwen, who came in shooting 84% from the line. And she's missed 2 out of 3 here tonight. Second free throw is up and in. She splits the pair. And the Lightning now with the basketball as the first half winds down. And that was close, and that might have counted, but it's off the rim. And that's going to do it. First half in the books. The Dolphins find themselves with a 30-point lead, 51-21. Dolphins coming in having won 4 out of their 5 here so far in their last 5 games, and really continuing to play well. They put early pressure on the Lightning, and Lehman really never able to bounce back. Dolphins playing good defense here in quarter number 1 and 2, and a couple of late turnovers for the Dolphins, but the Lightning really continuing to struggle here from the field as we have a little bit of an opportunity to take a look at some team stats here as we head into the half. The Lightning shooting just 5 of 27 from the field. That's just 18.5%. Dolphins shooting 58% from the field, including 6 of 8 from the three-point line. So the Dolphins shooting very well here this afternoon. The Lightning just 3 of 7 from the free throw line. And the Dolphins have really played well, out-rebounding Lehman in this contest as well. And really just playing a strong all-around first half. And, the Lightning able to get the first basket to begin the game. But really, since that point, it's been all Dolphins as they go into halftime with a commanding lead, leading by a score of 51 to 21. So we're going to step aside here and take a break. We're at halftime. The Dolphins leading by a score of 51 to 21. You're watching women's basketball coverage exclusively on CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
When your car is damaged, where you take it is your decision. But insurance companies would like you to think otherwise. While they may have a lot of pull, it may not always be in the best interest of your car. Your car will be fixed right and on time. What insurance company can argue with that?
Call Dependable Auto Body at 718-447-4898.
Hi, Meals on Wheels. I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels. I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials, live music, and the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dining order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America and your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America in your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends, live sports and watch parties, to Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
We're back here at halftime here at the Tank, where the College of Staten Island leads Lehman College by a score of 51-21. It's a game where the Lightning scored the opening basket, but really the Dolphins have never looked back since that point, and they've been able to open up the lead up, and they go into halftime with a 30-point lead. Looking at the scoring for the Dolphins in the first half, they were led by Megan McEwen as she finished with 13 points. And let's take a look at the team halftime stats up here on your scoreboard. As see the Dolphins comfortably out in front, and Lightning really struggling from the field, just 7 of 36, including 0 of 6 from the three-point line, and really just about the opposite of what you see on the Dolphins. Dolphins shooting very strong, over 51% from the field, 20 of 39, and even better from the three-point line as they're shooting 7 of 11, as you can see on your screen, which is just over 63%. The Dolphins doing a good job on the boards, out-rebounding the Dolphins 32 to the Lightning, I should say, 32 to 21, and the turnovers 8-6 in favor of the Dolphins, and Dolphins had about 4 turnovers with just a few minutes left in the second quarter before committing 4 late turnovers, really well after the Dolphins had opened up their strong lead. Looking at the shooting for the Dolphins, we mentioned McEwen 4 of 7. Rubisky very strong from the field, shooting 4 of 5 from the floor. Christina Alvello 3 of 6 from the field, including 3 of 4 from the three-point line. The Dolphins doing a nice job on the glass. 6 rebounds apiece for Rubisky and Schmitter, 5 for Tadero, another 4 for Jada Rogers, as the Dolphins do a nice job on the glass and really doing a nice job all the way around here tonight. Jada Rogers also picking up a couple of blocks and a couple of assists as well. So Dolphins coming out, opening up an early lead, really playing well in this first half. And, we'll really look to kind of just finish off the second half strongly as they'll prepare for Cabrini as well. That is getting ready to come into the tank this Friday night at 5:30. So a lot of basketball coming up for the CSI women's team between now and the end of the month. Games on the 17th against Cabrini, the 22nd against Baruch, the 25th against John Jay, and the 28th against CCNY. And, Dolphins will finish up the schedule with 6 games in February, all against CUNYAC opponents, as we're moments away from the start of half number 2, and the Dolphins with the first possession here in the second half. Rubisky looking to drive her way inside. She's able to switch hands and lay it up and in. So Brianna, who we mentioned before, strong first half from the field as she hits her first here in the second half. 5 of 6 now, and 11 points for Brianna as she's in double figures. Vasquez looking to work it, try to get Schmidt the ball knocked away, and Rubisky comes away with the turnover for the Dolphins. The 7th Lightning turnover is a nice move that time to the basket, as Jada Rogers has been a little quiet offensively here in the first half. Not that they've needed her, able to lay it up and in. For Jada, that's her second basket of the game. She has 4. The foul will be on Rebecca Gritz. For Rebecca, that's her first, the team's first of the third quarter. And Rogers will go to the free throw line. She's a 64% free throw shooter, and she completes the three-point play. So the Dolphins start off with a 5-0 run here in the first minute. Gill, nice feed inside that time. And that time, Vasquez able to lay it up and in. Nice looking play that time by the Lightning. And they just need to find a way to be able to repeat those kind of sequences offensively and try to get themselves some good shots. McEwen with the basketball. Now it's Rubisky. Over to McEwen. Schmitter at the free throw line, extended. A nice move inside, and she's able to float that one into the basket. Kayla now 3 of 6 from the floor. She has 7. And Gill puts up that jumper. That's no good. The long rebound is going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Tadero, so it will remain Lightning basketball. Tuwala to inbound the basketball now. Over to Gritz. Gritz's jumper from the outside goes in and out. She's 0 of 2 from the field, and it will be Dolphin basketball. McEwen bringing the ball up the floor, and we have a whistle as I don't believe the shot clock started on that play, so the Dolphins will have to inbound once again. And if they're going to inbound from the side court, they should run a couple of seconds off of the shot clock, and they do. So the Dolphins will inbound now with 28 on the shot clock as McEwen will bring the ball up across the midcourt line now for the Dolphins. Robisky over to Rogers. Rogers at the top of the key now working the ball back up over to McEwen. McEwen, nice stutter step move to the basket. That shot's up no good, but she'll draw the foul. And I believe the Lightning just committed one team foul in quarter number 2. Pick up their second team foul here in quarter number 3, 2 minutes in. As Tawala will pick up the foul, and that will send McEwen to the free throw line to shoot 2. Megan, an uncharacteristic 2 of 4 from the line, an 84% free throw shooter coming into the game, and she hits the first. One more free throw. And her second rolls around the rim and good. So the Dolphins continue to open up their lead, a 9-2 run to start quarter number 3. And now McEwen steps in front of that pass, and she'll take it down the lane and lay it up and in. So McEwen now with 17 for the Dolphins as the Lightning will bring the ball up across the midcourt line. Gill shot blocked beautifully. Schmitter feeds it ahead to Rogers. Now it's McEwen. Cross-court pass over to Robisky. Now it's Tadero. She backs up. Her jumper from the free throw line extended is no good. And Gill there to grab the rebound for the Lightning. Gill very active on the glass and taking shots here for Lehman. She took 17 of the 36 Lightning shots in quarter number 1. And now it'll be the Dolphins picking up their first team foul in quarter number 3 as Schmitter will pick up the foul. Her second, team's first. Lightning will inbound. Gill, couple of hands swiping at the basketball, and now we're going to have a whistle and a foul on the play. As Schmitter will pick up the foul. For Kayla, that's going to be her third. And Gill will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Nina 4 of 8 from the line for the Lightning. First one was up and in. You see on your screen, 13 points now for Nina Gill. One more free throw upcoming. That one's up no good. Ball batted around. Tadero able to come away with the basketball now for the Dolphins. McEwen over to Rogers. Nice move past a couple of Lightning defenders. That shot is up no good. Fight for possession. Schmitter on the ground that time along with Rojas, and the jump ball possession arrow will go to the Lightning. And Joe, if I'm not mistaken, that might be the first jump ball possession of the night. I don't remember one prior to now with just over 6 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. That ball's going to be knocked out of bounds that time. Last touch by Robisky. So it will remain Lightning basketball, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Grit's in the corner. Her baseline jumper is good, and she's looked pretty good shooting the basketball. She really didn't take a shot until late in that second quarter. And she picks up a basket here for the Lightning. That's the Dolphins with the basketball. Tadero feeding it inside to Forster. Bodies go flying in, and Gill comes away with the basketball for the Lightning. A pass is knocked away by Tadero, but now Tawala is going to get called for the travel. So a lot of fits and starts here to the third quarter. A lot of whistles, a couple of team fouls. And now it will be the Dolphins to inbound the basketball. 6 minutes, 21 seconds remaining. Alana DeMontro checking back into the game here for the Dolphins. DeMontro working the ball in the corner now. Now it's Robisky. DeMontro with the basketball. Moylan over to Robisky. Dolphins working the ball around the perimeter. And we're going to have a whistle on the play. And the Dolphins turn the ball over once again. And the Lightning will bring up the ball up the floor as we're inside of 6 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. Dolphins 62 to Lightning 26. So Dolphins inverted number ahead of the Lightning is that time a bank shot by Iridana Vasquez is good. She's got 10. And the Dolphins with the basketball. Rubisky. That time it's McEwen with the long three-pointer. So Megan with 20 points for the Dolphins here tonight. Gill picks up a dribble. Now Tawala with the basketball. Tawala taking it inside. That shot's no good. Forster there for the rebound. Long pass down to McEwen. McEwen over to Moylan. Her shot is up, no good. The ball tipped around. Collision that time, and Tawala comes away with it. She's ahead of the field, and she's able to lay it up and in. Fatoumata Tawala with the basket. She's got 5, and it's Dolphin basketball with 4:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Moylan the long three-pointer. That's no good. Rojas with the rebound. Tawala driving inside. That shot's no good. Rubisky with the rebound. And here comes McEwen. McEwen stopping and popping. No good, out of bounds. And it will remain Dolphin basketball with 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll step aside, take a break. 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Dolphins 65, Lightning 30. You're watching women's basketball coverage right here on CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
We're back here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Dolphins outscoring the Lightning so far 14-9 as DiMancho puts up a long three-pointer and she buries it for Elena. That's her first basket of the game and her first three-pointer of the season as the Dolphins continue to build on their lead. Vasquez, Tawala, now to Gritz. Bounce pass inside to Gill. Gill's jumper is blocked nicely that time by Forster. And the Dolphins come away with the basketball. Rubisky back to DiMancho. DiMancho's three-pointer off the rim, no good. And the rebound grab there as we have an opportunity to see Alana hit her first three-pointer of the season as the Dolphins continue to build on their lead. Outside three-pointer that time by Tawala is good. The first three-pointer of the night for the Lightning. They were 0 of 7 prior to that three-pointer. And now it's Dolphin basketball. DiMancho feeding the ball inside that time and losing the handle is Forster. So the Dolphins will commit their 11th turnover of the night. Vasquez inside to Gill. Gill's bank shot is up and in. Gill now with 15 points for the Lightning as a beautiful feed that side goes inside to Foster. She's knocked down to the floor on the play, but she will pick up the foul. So that foul is going to be on Vasquez. And that's going to send Forster to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Deidre, 13 of 24, coming into the game. And she'll have one more. 5 points now for Forster. Her second is up and in, and the Dolphins have doubled up the Lightning, 70-35, as we wind down to 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. Gill with the basketball. Gill's jumper is blocked that time once again, but this time Foster gets called for the foul, and she didn't like the call much. But that's going to send Nina Gill back to the free throw line for more free throws for the Lightning. For Forster, that's her second. Both teams now with 3 team fouls here. As Gill misses the first, she'll have one more upcoming. Nina's second free throw is up, no good, so she misses the pair. And Moylan comes away with the rebound for the Dolphins as the Dolphins are looking to run. Wabisky back to Moylan. She thought about the three. Now she feeds the ball inside to Foster. Her shot is up, no good. And then she's going to commit the loose ball foul on the rebound. So Foster with 2 back-to-back personal fouls now has 3. Dolphins with 4 team fouls. And with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in this third quarter, the Dolphins will back up defensively as the Lightning bring the ball up across the midcourt line. Gill, bank shot is up, no good. Foster goes up and grabs the rebound for the Dolphins. And here comes CSI. Avello's driving away inside. She's tripped up on the play, and she'll draw the foul. So that foul is going to be on Tawala. She now has 3. Vasquez on the floor with 3. Forster will check out of the game for the Dolphins. And Alvello going to the free throw line, and she hits the first. She's now 8 of 9 from the line for the Dolphins. That's 88%. Make that 9 of 10, 90%. She's now in double figures with 11. She's had 3 three-pointers and a couple of free throws for her 11 points. Gill with the basketball. That shot over to Darrow is up, no good. The ball batted around, out of bounds, and it will remain Lightning basketball. The shot clock will be reset to 20 seconds. Tawala over to Gritz. She feeds it inside to Vasquez. Now back up over to Gill. Gill's floater in the lane is good. Gill leading all Lightning scorers with 17. Gill and Vasquez accounting for 27 of the 37 Lightning points. Long three-pointer by Arvello. She's really having a great night from the three-point line. 4 of 5. And the Dolphins in control of this one as we approach just over 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Is Gill able to bank another one in? She's got 19 now for the Lightning. Arvello, DeMontro, now Moylan feeding it down on the baseline to Tadero. She works it back. The long three-pointer is good. Lola Plamenko. She's got 6. And the Dolphins in control of this one now. with 35 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Gill with the basketball over the Grits. Her jumper is short. And Tadero there to grab the rebound now for the Dolphins. The shot clock is off as CSI brings the ball up across the midcourt line. Tadero with the basketball. Tadero feeding the ball inside, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul as Arvello took it to the basket, as you have an opportunity to see that three-pointer as the Dolphins continue to pad their lead here in quarter number 3. Arvello's hit all three free throws here in the last minute or so. She's got one more upcoming. Now over 90% at 10 of 11. Make that 11 of 12 from the line on the year as the Dolphins open up their biggest lead of the night. Shot clock off with 10 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Koala, Vasquez, now up over to Gill. Gill running shot is up, no good, and that's going to do it. 3 quarters in the books, and the Dolphins will go into the fourth quarter with a commanding 80-39 lead as you're watching women's basketball coverage right here on your voice of everything, CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
We're back 3 quarters in the books. The Dolphins comfortably out in front here by a score of 80-39. Just a programming note, approximately a half hour or so after the conclusion of the women's game, the CSI men's basketball team will be in action here at the Tank as they will face the Lehman's College men's basketball team as the Dolphins looking for a little bit better performance coming off of a tough loss here at the Tank against Brooklyn College as Tadero able to lay that one in for the Dolphins. The third basket of the game for Diana. She's 3 of 7 from the floor here tonight as the Dolphins really shooting very well on the game, shooting 52% from the field and also 11 of 16 from the three-point line. So really an unconscious 69% from the three-point line here for the Dolphins here tonight. Is they've been clicking offensively. They have 11 turnovers on the game, but they have 5 blocks, 4 steals, 21 assists on the 28 baskets for the Dolphins here tonight. Vasquez with the basketball. Vasquez taking it to the basket. That shot's up, no good. Dolphins control the rebound, feed it to Robisky. She lost the footing. It goes down to the floor. And Rojas grabs the rebound for the Lightning. Tawala. Vasquez. And we're going to have a whistle. And it's going to be a timeout on the floor. And it's going to be a full timeout. So let's step aside, take a break. 8 minutes, 33 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dolphins comfortably out in front, and we'll be right back.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials. Live music. And the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dining order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
8 minutes and 33 seconds remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Lightning in possession of the basketball now with 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock as Gill spins it inside, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul on the Dolphins. So that foul will be on Brianna Rubisky. For Brianna, that will be her first team foul in the fourth quarter. Gill with the basketball. She loses the handle. DeMontre with the steal. DeMontre feeding it ahead of the field, and the layup that time is up no good. As that time, Plamenco missed the open layup, but Tadero there to pick up the garbage and lay it up and in. As the Dolphins get their first basket. As another turnover here for the Lightning. Tadero coming away with the basketball once again and feeds it over to Plamenco. Now Tadero, as the Dolphins will back the ball out. And Arvello will set up the offense for the Dolphins. Rubisky back to Arvello. The open three-pointer is up no good. Tuwala there to grab the rebound for the Lightning. Tuwala working against DeMontre. Cross court over to Rojas. Now Gritz's pass inside is stolen away. The Dolphins turning up a little defensive intensity here is Tadero with a beautiful feed inside to Rubisky, who lays it up and in. 13 now for Brianna. Tuwala lobbing it inside to Vasquez, and Dolphins will commit the reach-in foul as they kind of swiped at the basketball. So that foul will be on Tadero. That will be the team's second. So that will be the Lightning to inbound as Forster checks back into the game now for the Dolphins. Rogers on the floor as well. As that time Arvello kind of just reached out across and grabbed Tuwala going to the basket, and she's going to pick up the foul. For Christina, that will be her first. The Dolphins with 3 quick team fouls here in the fourth quarter. Tuwala's first free throw is up no good. She's now 1 of 3 from the line this afternoon. Second is up no good, so she misses the pair. But an offensive rebound by Rojas. As the shot clock will have to be reset, and the Lightning will inbound from the near side of the floor. Ritz with the basketball. Now it's Tuwala. Cross-court pass. Be retrieved there by Rojas. Now they'll lob it inside to Gill. Gill trying to work her way inside. That shot is up no good. And Arvello to go up and grab the rebound now for the Dolphins. Avelo's cross-court pass to DeMontre will be knocked out of bounds by Vasquez, and the Dolphins will inbound with 23 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So we're going to have another reset of the clock, and the Dolphins will inbound the basketball now once the shot clock is reset properly. As DeMontre will inbound the basketball over to Arvelo. DeMontre, nice bounce pass inside to Rogers, is going to be knocked out of bounds, but it'll remain Dolphin basketball as neither team really able to get much of a flow going here in this fourth quarter. Plemenko looking to inbound the basketball to Rogers. Now Forster putting up the long three-pointer. That's no good, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it will be Lightning basketball. Tuala bringing the ball up across the midcourt line. Now Vasquez over to Gritz. Inside of 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Gill over to Gritz. That shot partially blocked, but a nice alert play that time by Vasquez to maintain possession for the Lightning as Tuala puts up that long three-pointer. That's no good, and Forster grabs the rebound and feeds it over to Arvelo. DeMontre puts up the three-pointer and buries it. So DeMontre, who had not hit a three-point shot coming into the game here tonight, was 0 for 5. Hits a second of the evening for the Dolphins. Gill with the basketball. Gritz back up over to Gill. Gill trying to back her way inside. That shot is up, no good. Forster going up high for the rebound for the Dolphins. DeMontre, Rogers, Arvelo, the three-pointer in and out. And the Lightning grab the rebound as Rojas gets another rebound here for Lehman. Gill over to Tuala. Vasquez, her shot is up, no good. A couple of Lightning there for the rebound. Rojas' shot is blocked. I believe that was Forster with the block, and she's going to be fouled in the backcourt as the Lightning pick up their first team foul of this fourth quarter. As that foul is going to be on Vasquez, and Vasquez will now foul out of the game. So Sepulveda will have to come into the game here, as we're going to have a timeout taken on the floor. And it looks like it's going to be a full timeout. So let's step aside, take a break. 4 minutes, 38 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Dolphins in control. You're watching women's basketball coverage on CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black.
We're back. Dolphins with the basketball in control of this one as they look to win their second in a row and 5 out of their last 6 games as Forster puts up that jumper from just beyond the free throw line and buries it. Forster now with 8 points for the Dolphins. Dolphins looking to make a run at 100 points here tonight. They have 91. As the clock winds down, heading to 4 minutes remaining here in quarter number 4. Gill with the basketball, and she's able to bank it up and in. Gill over 20 now for the Lightning. She has 21. As now Gill looks to put up another shot. That goes in and out, and Forster up big for the rebound for the Dolphins. Long three-pointer by Flamenco is good. Lola now has 9 points for the Dolphins, and the Lightning in possession of the basketball. Gill's floater in the lane is good. She's got 23 inside of 3 minutes remaining now. Rogers with the basketball. Rogers driving it to the hole. She misses the layup but draws the foul. So the second team foul for... So Sepulveda picks up the foul, her first. Rogers will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Her first is short. She'll have one more upcoming. Rogers' second free throw is up and no good. It's tipped out of bounds, and I believe that was last touched by the Dolphins, so it will be Lightning basketball. Dolphins really in control of this one from the early stages of the first quarter. Lightning scored the first basket of the game, and Dolphins broke it open early from that point forward. And it will be Dolphin basketball. Long three-pointer that time taken by DeMontro is up no good. It'll be out of bounds. And it will be Lightning basketball. Is 2 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in this one. Dolphins will improve their record to 7-8 on the year, and they will have won 5 out of their last 6 games as they will get ready for their final game against a non-CUNYAC opponent this Friday at 5:30. Cabrini will come into town here at the Tank. Forster is going to be able to draw the foul. Very fortunate not to get called for the travel on that play, but instead able to draw the foul. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Tawala. And Forster will go to the free throw line for the Dolphins, as her first is up and in. So I'm not sure about that one. If she wasn't in the act of shooting, then it should have been Dolphins inbounding the basketball. But no matter, as Deidre hits her free throws. Dolphins 4 points away from the century mark, and they lead 96-43. Tawala with the basketball. Now it's Gritz. Cross-court pass. Now it's Tawala trying to drive her way inside. Her floater is up, no good. But we're going to have a whistle and a foul on the play. So that foul will be on Forster. For Forster, that's going to be her 4th, team's 4th. Tawala to go to the free throw line to shoot 2, and she misses the first. One more free throw upcoming here. That second free throw is up no good. And Moylan there to grab the rebound for the Dolphins. DeMoncho getting the ball up over to Moylan. Pass is going to be stolen from Palenko as Rojas comes away with the basketball. A minute remaining in the game. Grits looking to feed the ball inside. That's going to be nearly stolen away, but the Lightning in possession. And we're going to have a whistle on the play. Joe, this camera's on. So Tuala will go back to the free throw line. 50.1 seconds remaining in this one. The first free throw is up and no good. She'll have one more upcoming. Second free throw is up and in. She hits one of two, 96-44 to score. As we have 45 seconds remaining in the game. Arvello. DeMoncho hoisting up the long three-pointer. That's no good. Forster there to grab the rebound, and her floater is up and in. So Forster now has 12. Dolphins now have 98. And we now have less than 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Tuala. Grits. Tuala. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Lightning. Floater that time taken by Rojas is up no good, and 5 seconds remaining in the game, and that's going to do it. The College of Staten Island wins their second in a row, their fifth out of their last 6 games. They improved their record to 7-9 as they defeat the Lehman College Lightning by the final score of 98-44. So the College of Staten Island able to come out and didn't go wire to wire in this one. They fell behind in this game by a score of 2-0, but after they got that three-point play by Kayla Schmitter, the Dolphins took a 3-2 lead, went on a big run in the beginning of that first quarter. Never really looked back as they're able to defeat the Lehman College Lightning by a final score of 98-44. So it looks like we're going to be joined here by Christina Arvello, as Christina nice enough to come over and join us. As Christina, Dolphins did a nice job tonight as guys were able to come out, start fast, and really lead this one from wire to wire. How did it feel out here back in action again tonight? You really did. You know, you were really hot from the three-point line here tonight, and the whole team was, and you guys played very well offensively. What are you guys looking to do as you prepare for Cabrini coming up this Friday night?
We just need to keep playing aggressive how we've been and keep moving the ball. That's about it.
You know, the team has really improved their play of late. You guys have now won 5 out of your last 6 games, and you know, as you look ahead in the schedule, what are you guys looking to accomplish here in the second half of the season?
We want to keep winning. Just keep winning.
Yeah, so Christina, first of all, congratulations on your win. Your team has won 5 out of 6 coming after the game tonight, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
So Christina Arvello, nice enough to come over and join us here on CSI Sports, that she finishes with 16 points here tonight as the College of Staten Island wins this one by a final score of 100-44. So what we're going to do is we're going to get off the air quickly so we can reset the broadcast and get you ready for the men's basketball game coming up in approximately 30 minutes or so. So we'll step aside, take a break. Don't forget to log off and go back on to the link for the men's game. Once again, the CSI women's team wins their 5th game out of their last 6 to up their record to 7-9 as they defeat the Lehman College Lightning by the final score of 144. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.